Welcome back to the Clapper Report, everybody. I'm Damien.
And I'm Justin.
Back again, week 2, episode 3 here. Kind of confusing to everybody. We dropped 2 on the first one, but we're back. We're going to talk about the Coyotes and their recent GM debacle. Whatever happened there. Also, we want to talk about, this week in hockey. What happened? First round of the qualifiers.
Yeah, a lot of wild stuff, a lot of surprises.
I know a lot of our takes. A lot of our takes.
A lot of your takes.
Yeah. So we're going to touch base on all of that, and let's get right into it.
So before we get started with episode 1.5, episode 3, whatever we want to call it, I just want to say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you to family and friends for sharing, listening, liking, posting, whatever you guys did. We really appreciate it. It all starts with you guys, so we really appreciate it. Yeah, you got anything to add, Damien?
No, I mean, yeah, the support was tremendous. It's really cool to see everybody, sharing and following our Instagram and everything like that. So it's cool to see.
Which
Makes
is
it fun.
at the Clapper Report.
Yeah, shameless plug right there. Huh? No.
Shameless, yeah, that's a good show.
I hate that show.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
Oh.
I'm not. I hate it.
Well,
I don't hate it, actually. I just never got into it. I'm not really a big TV or movie person. But anyway,
that's why we're a sports podcast, not a media podcast. Anyway, so I think the first thing that we kind of wanted to talk about last week while we were recording is the whole Arizona Coyotes situation with John Chayka, in which he terminated his contract with the team to pursue, I quote, pursue another business opportunity. Right before the qualifiers started, which is kind of ridiculous to me, actually. And then Steve Sullivan, former player, is the interim GM.
yeah, crazy. Well, first, before we continue, I just want to say thank you for you saying that, because there's no way I'm pronouncing his name.
Steve Sullivan?
No.
John Chayka.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That one. There's no way I'm saying
pretty
that.
Easy name to
I'm just going to call him John this entire segment
John,
here.
JC.
Yeah, Mr. JC. Well, no, it's crazy, especially right before the qualifiers, like out of nowhere. And how it all went down is crazy. Like, you don't even see that from, like, regular companies, like, talking about any type of employee, let alone a GM of, a team, a sports team.
Well, I mean, exactly. And, an insider put it best by saying John Chayka is a liar and a quitter, which I think just shows the divide between, I guess, the media and JC and the team and John Chayka. I just think that's so interesting because you never really see it go like that, especially from the employee to the team. It's usually the team severs ties. Like, I mean, I know with the Canucks, we always bring up the Canucks and Islanders, but Canucks, for instance, when they let go of Trevor Linden as the president of hockey ops, it's like they just shut him out completely, and they completely dubbed him. And Trevor Linden was like, I don't know what the fuck happened. So it's kind of like, this is like a reverse kind of thing, except they're basically calling him a liar and a quitter.
Yeah, no, and that was what was weird. Like, in both of their releases, I think he put out one first, JC, Mr. Chayka. He put
Chayka,
out
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so he put one out first, and like I remember reading it, it wasn't anything too crazy. You were like, all right, weird
he
timing.
Was like, thank you guys so much for supporting me, and it's like, well, what happened?
You were kind of confused, kind of shocked, I guess.
The first thing I thought, honestly, was that he pursued another hocky opportunity.
Yeah,
but that would have been against, I guess, his contract.
All types of rules.
It would have been a whole legality kind of thing.
Yeah, and then the Coyotes, their statement. That's when you realize that things were a little bit weirder than you originally thought.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, you had to have commit adultery to get that kind of reaction. You know what I mean?
I know, like what went on behind the scenes there? Whose wife was involved in this one?
Oh my god! But they were just like, I don't know, man. The Coyotes were just like, yeah, we're disappointed with John Chayka, all this kind of stuff, and it's like, well, one, I understand that sentiment completely because again, it's right before the qualifiers. They have a chance, and which we're gonna get to in a minute or two. The fact that they just won their round earlier today, maybe about an hour or two ago, they just won their qualifying round. And then, I don't know, it's just really bizarre to me, the whole thing. And the team used the word quit usually they say relieved of duties or like has chosen to leave the organization. They chose quit.
Yeah, that's a big punch.
Yeah, and that just shows how emotional I feel like it was. You know, using that choice of words, it makes it more personal.
Yeah.
You know, saying that, hey, this guy screwed us over. He tried to start building a team. Within 3 or 4 years, he's out. He's done, and he quit on us.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that a lot of Arizona. I mean, could be my psychology background talking, but I feel like a lot of Coyotes fans, the whole league in general, has quit on the Coyotes. Everybody's asking for them to move to Houston, to Quebec City, like to somewhere else, because they've given up on them. And so for your GM to quit on you,
yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
it's literally everybody. Yeah, at all sides. It's sad to see, especially for the fans, and sticking through rough teams like this. It's hard, and then
they don't have a lot of fans, but they have a passionate fan base.
Yeah, certainly.
You know, certainly, that's a good word. So with that though, like, I don't know, Taylor Hall's a UFA. I don't know if he's gonna stay.
Yeah.
Is he gonna stay?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Who would want to stay in that ship? Well,
I mean,
everybody else is
Alvarez
jumping
and
board.
Larson, he stayed there like his whole career. I mean, they have the pieces though. That's the thing. And I mean, because we made this bullet point list before the qualifiers started, but it's like they have the pieces. You know, they have Derek Sapon, Clayton Keller, Jacob Shisharin. They have all these people, and they have great goaltending in Darcy Kemper, and Antti Ranta, but they haven't put it together. And I guess that kind of is negated by the fact that they beat the Predators, who I didn't think they were going to beat.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody really did.
No. I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about that series right now real quick.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's touch base on that one. Let me bring that up here.
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, like, Nashville didn't perform to the capabilities that, I think. And, they have Ryan Johansson, Matt Duchene. Those are two people that they brought in from trades, with Seth Jones for Ryan Johansson and Matt Duchene, and that whole cluster of like three-way trade. It's like, and these are your big pieces. They're not performing, and I feel like that's a huge issue. They really only have Philip Forsberg that, at least on offense, that constantly performs. And, they're going through that goalie thing with Pekka Rinne now, who's like 36
He's
or
getting
something.
up there.
36, 37, it's kind of like akin to Henrik Lundqvist.
Yeah, like how much longer are you going to get out of him, and even what you're getting? I mean,
yeah, is it worth it? Is it worth keeping him?
Yeah.
And UC Saros, I mean, he's not a bad goalie. I mean, he's fine for, he's like a fringe starter, I feel like. And, Nashville needs a really good goaltender.
Yeah.
Step up. And they need more support from their big stars. And if they don't get support from their big stars, I mean, what's the point?
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and especially, and no offense to Arizona fans, to lose to a team like that who is falling apart in the public eye.
No, I agree. I mean, it's kind of like Columbus last year with Tampa. Massive underdogs, and you're losing to them. Almost everyone I know favored the Predators. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
No, literally everybody. But I mean, just looking at it all, like going back to like the GM standpoint of everything, like bringing it back a little, what is their next step? Like I know they brought in Sullivan as like their interim GM, but like is he the one to stay? Like are they searching? Like do we know anything about that? I haven't really heard anything. I don't know if there's any news.
I mean, yeah, I haven't seen anything the past week. I feel like the qualifiers kind of took over the media.
Yeah.
But Steve Sullivan, I mean, he was a previous player.
Yeah, I don't even know much about him, to be honest. But
yo, I'm gonna be so real with you. I'm gonna sound like such a terrible co-host, but I think he played for the Sharks. Is that true? Let me see. He played for a few teams. I'm googling him right now. He's 5'7".
There's no way.
Oh, I think I'm thinking of another kind of Sullivan, but yeah, he ended his career with the Coyotes. It looks like, 2013. So he was a left winger. How many points did he put up? This is so unprofessional, and I kind of want to apologize. He was literally only with them for one season.
Yeah, so it's just an entire weird situation. I think that's the only way to put it. And it's crazy to see the type of verbiage that was used in him and the team.
Yeah,
and quit.
He quit, and then the source saying that John Chayka is a liar and a quitter because apparently what it looks like is it made it seem like he's not leaving Arizona. I almost said Phoenix, like you were saying before, but yeah, he made it sound like he wasn't leaving, and
we've heard that before. John Tavares.
Yeah,
I'm not leaving. Yeah,
That was my snake noise.
Snakes in the grass here. But
so I guess on a lighter note for you, the Rangers got absolutely demolished.
yeah, no. So this qualifier rounds couldn't have gone any better for me.
So wait, I just want to throw it back to when we were like, oh, because I'm pretty sure we both said Carolina would win it, but we both said I think Carolina in 5 or 4.
Yeah, like I thought it was gonna go to distance. I thought it was gonna be a series.
I thought they were a pretty even matched team, and Carolina absolutely demolished their innards, if you will.
I'm excited. I'm happy. I and I kind of feel bad for Lundqvist in a sense, like watching him go out like that. I'm never been a fan of him, never been a fan of his team, but you kind of have a little bit of respect for the guy. Yeah, you have respect for the guy.
I mean, he was on top of the league at some point. Like I think people forget because of the years of mediocrity, but I mean, he carried that team to what was it, 2014 finals? He carried them there. Yeah, no, it was him and Chris Kreider. I mean, like that team was not.
Carried the team for how long? But then the question is too is like, what happened with their other goaltender? I can't think of his name right now, but I remember he's like a young stud who's in net almost all season.
There was Shesterkin who got into that car accident. I believe that was him, or was that Georgiev? I don't know. It was one of the two of those two new guys, but I think it was Shesterkin because he didn't play. He was like unfit to play or whatever. But Georgiev, then they put him in. I think they wanted to give Lundqvist the chance to carry them again at like 36 years old. But yeah, man, I don't know. Listen, the Rangers weren't getting it done.
No, they were getting skated on. They were like it was fun to watch.
I mean, in Carolina, I don't recall if I said this or not, but Carolina's biggest weakness, I believed, at least throughout the season, was their goaltending. Their goaltending, because they're deep with their forwards, and they have an amazing first line with Aho, Teravainen, and Svechnikov, who he got that hat trick, and I was losing my mind. I was bugging out with No Option. Yep. And shout out to No Option, shout out to Buggin', best bands. But
so close. We were so close.
I know. All right, so there was a show that we wanted to go to, this concert. It was in Brooklyn somewhere. This band who was named Buggin' Out, but they got like sued or whatever, so now their name is Buggin'. And then No Option. They both slap. We were about to see them play on a weekday, I think a Tuesday, and that Friday it got canceled because of COVID. Yeah. So fuck COVID.
Literally, 3 days away? I was sick to my stomach.
Yeah, me, you, and Kyle were pretty tight about it. But anyway, back to the topic. Yeah, so Carolina has a deep offense, and their decor is insane.
Yeah.
But their goaltending, Peter Mrazek, I did not think that he was going to step up to the caliber that he did, and he shut Panarin, Zibanejad, Kako, he shut them all down.
I love it. I love it. Here in Panarin, I think, maybe I got this wrong. I think he only had like one goal, right?
I think so. I think it was like one in game 2, I believe, where he shot. It was a crazy shot, honestly. That one that he got, it was like from like maybe a 30-degree angle, and he ripped it top shelf. Yeah, I was like,
it was a nice shot, but it's got a good
clapper top shelf. But shameless plug. But I mean, they shut him down.
No, and, they shut him down. They shut everyone, and that's what's scary to me. Hopefully, no, because PTSD from last season or last playoffs. The same thing happened. They shut him down. So I don't know what that Hurricane team is doing, what they have, what their magic is.
See, I don't even know where to begin with it. I mean, because they had brought in Teravainen from a trade with Chicago. I forgot who they traded for Teravainen. I'm looking it up right now. I apologize, everybody.
Yeah.
It was so they traded Chicago traded Brian Bickle, who, if you guys remember him, and Teuvo Teravainen to the Hurricanes for a 2nd-round pick and a 3rd-round pick. They got away with a robbery.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a trade.
Shit.
And look, we're third in the they went past the qualifiers already. Because of that trade almost.
Granted, it was 4 years ago. I think Teravainen's like 26 now.
Oh, so he's definitely grown.
Yeah, so you couldn't have seen it coming, really, I don't think. But, he had the tools even in Chicago, I remember. And for a 2nd and a 3rd-round pick.
Well, Chicago also, if memory serves correct, they had a team that they had to pay for, too.
Yeah.
So at least they got something, I guess, out of it. Some picks, some future aspects to their team for it.
Yeah, I
feel like they've always been a team that had a lot of pieces that needed to pay.
Yeah. I mean, because I mean, from the time that we both started watching hockey, I think is when they had Kane, Taves, and Keith.
Yeah,
Those
I
are
mean,
the
just
three
right
base
there.
players.
Like,
I mean, those, because what Kane is, I believe, like 11 million, or no, he's not 11. He's like 9.5. Taves is like 10. Keith is probably around 8. Maybe,
no,
you know,
those three alone, and then all their other supporting actors, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
They started to show up. They took a cup or whatever, and they started to
took a
want
few
money.
cups. I mean, and they were the team that I hated the most. One of the teams I hated the most when I first started watching hockey, because they just kept beating the Canucks.
Yeah, they're beating everybody.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck the Hawks.
But anyway, Hurricanes, Rangers, fun series to watch for me.
I mean, it was still
loved
fun. It was still fun, and the games were good up until like the third period usually.
Yeah.
But so yeah, the Rangers got clapped.
Love to see
Nashville
it.
got clapped. Speaking of clapping, let's talk about the Panthers and Islanders
Let's
and
go.
who got clapped in that series, because it wasn't the Islanders.
No, I mean, all around, there was a couple of people I'm upset with. Matt Barzal, where were you? I think he finally did something in the third period of the last game when it really didn't matter because the game was already over at that point. But that's besides the point. It was a fun series to watch. There was a lot of players that, like, not that they were unexpected, but like played out of their mind. Like Bew, he was playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
Like opportunity after opportunity, getting down on the ice. He was flying down the ice.
Yeah.
His goals, nuts. 2 today, like insane.
Yeah, and Brock Nelson and Josh Bailey.
Yeah,
That
that
line,
line. That second line, it's nutty.
I don't know. That team, and it's like I think a lot of people. Yeah,
they started with them this morning.
I think a lot of people picked them as the favorites to win.
Easily,
but it's just a matter of. I didn't think it was going to be as, I guess, decisive as it was.
Yeah.
I thought it would have went to 5. Instead, it went to 4. But
I mean, and it also, the Islanders themselves, like, they kept giving up power play after power play, and they were looking rough on the power kill. They weren't looking good. Every single time that a penalty was up, like, it felt like they were gonna score.
Yeah.
Like, it was scary, and it felt like time after time, and it was stupid calls too. Like, I know Varley played something out of the crease that that was something stupid. Then
I feel like the reffing has just pissed me off so much. We'll get to it when we get to Vancouver.
Yeah, but their game, and even across the the league, I guess you could say they've been nuts. They've been nuts.
Even like the 3,000 miles away or whatever Vancouver is, man, that they are blowing calls. But anyway, Islanders. The Islanders, I guess, like the Wild, play that kind of like structured game of hockey, and that's where I think their trots comes in.
Defensive style, and even though everybody clowns them for not having that goal scorer, that elite goal scorer, but
Matt Barzal's that goal scorer.
He's not even though. At least,
okay.
He's not that elite. He's not that top cream of the crop goal scorer. He's gonna be there. He's working towards it.
But he's the cream of the crop playmaker.
Yeah, he's for sure.
I would kill for him to be on my team.
No, yeah, I'm not trying to say. I'm not trying to say I don't love him. He's a great player, and this is definitely he's definitely a little bit of a, I don't want to say funk, but he even said it today. I saw something. I forgot where I was reading it. That he felt like he had to knock the rust off, or he didn't feel as confident as he normally felt, and he started to feel that in that last game there in the 4th game. So hopefully going into the next series he steps it up, but even beforehand, even in the regular season, he wasn't that elite goal scorer.
Yeah.
But my point was that we're getting a lot of production out of a lot of different players, and I don't want to recircle on him, but Bew, he literally went off for them, and then Eberle with his 2 goals, he was going good. You're seeing a lot of guys, a lot of normal support guys, I guess you could say. Or Eberle was a goal scorer at one point, but he definitely slowed down.
Yeah, and Eberle's still a huge part of their offense, I feel like. You know what I mean?
He went. Yeah, he finally.
And he's a
picked it up.
leader. He's a leader.
Yeah,
a silent leader, but he's a leader.
He is. But Varley stood on his head too. Made a bunch of great saves. Even watching today, made a ton of great saves.
I mean, it was hard for him to fill the shoes of Lehner, because I know everyone misses Laner. I miss seeing Laner on the Islanders, but Varlamov definitely played up to his capabilities.
No, yeah, he definitely had a series. I miss Laner a lot on a lot of aspects. He was a great player on and off the ice. That guy.
I was also when I was listening to I think it was the first episode, and I realized I made a mistake. Laner isn't on the Blackhawks anymore. He's on
he's
the
on
Golden
Vegas.
Knights. And
Yeah.
I feel like such a tool for not remembering that. It's like I was listening back. I go, wait a second. No. He's on the Golden Knights. I'm such a dumbass, you know.
No. Well, I mean, he wasn't even in Chicago long.
No,
I don't even
it's
think he
for like
lasted
half
the
the
full
season.
season. Yeah,
well,
I think he lasted
I think
the
it was
full-
because he got traded February, like at the trade deadline. So maybe like 2 weeks before COVID happened and sports stopped. So I think it was just like a blockage in my brain or something. But you
Yeah,
know,
no, definitely.
whatever.
But amazing series, fun to watch. I'm excited for the next one.
series.
I want to see who they match up with next. When do we get the results of the round robin? I think it's probably
around
the end
the
of this
same
weekend,
time.
right?
Yeah, I think it's around like Monday, Tuesday.
so. See who the next opponent is.
Listen, so I mean, speaking of the round robin, I want to talk about how wrong we were about Philly. I mean, because, bro, Philadelphia, I don't know. The Philly's just been playing really well.
Yeah. No, Philly has been doing a tremendous job. Who they had the first? It was Boston, right? Or was that today?
I think that was today. Was that today?
August 2nd? What's today? No, it's not the 2nd.
Oh, no, that was a few days
No,
ago.
yeah, so it was the Bruins their first matchup.
I mean, I think that Gritty is just getting
All right.
I mean, because what? Yeah, so they only played the 2 games, but they won the 2 games. They beat the Capitals 3-1, and they beat Boston 4-1. Holy shit, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
The Boston game I could have seen, because Boston, I mean, we ranked them like
Capitals.
3rd. But the Capitals.
Capitals.
I mean, the
man.
Capitals. That was a good sound. But yeah, the Capitals, man. I don't know. I was watching a little bit of that game, and I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing, so I can't speak like truly to it.
No, but just seeing Philly, and what they're doing against these great teams. I mean,
And I do like Philly. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like a dummy having doubted them so much. I guess that's the whole beauty of having a sports podcast. They're gonna be wrong. Who doesn't love to be wrong? You know what I mean? But they're not getting the goals from like their huge players. I mean, in Boston, they had the goals from I think Felipe Myers and like Michael Raffle, and it's like, what?
yeah. No,
You can't even spell those names, let alone like think that they would score goals in the round robin. I don't know, man. It's pretty wild to me.
yeah, and even looking at the Washington game too. I mean, these are guys I don't even know. Like Travis Sanheim?
Oh, Sanheim? Oh, he's
Do I
a good
Sanheim?
prospect.
Do I know him? I don't know.
I think that you've heard the name before. He's a good prospect, or was a good prospect. I remember in like NHL 16, he was like medium elite. So
That's a good way to
he's
gauge
pretty
it.
good.
That
Yeah,
must be a good way to
I'm
gauge
an
it.
NHL 20 armchair GM.
Yo, hear me out. I had this idea today.
Let me hear it.
We do a YouTube video, live stream, whatever it is. Me versus you, NHL. What is it, 20 now? NHL 20?
Yeah, well, you lose.
I-
Listen,
Listen.
I was a top 50 player for a month or 2. I'm
You
the
gonna live in the
best.
past?
Yeah, I
You
am.
gonna live in the past?
Yeah,
Nah,
high school Justin would kick.
I think that would be a fun video.
It would be fun. Yeah.
I think that'd be a fun time. I think we should do that.
You be the Islanders, I'd be the Canucks?
Yeah. I'll do it tonight. Well, all right, maybe this weekend or We'll
At some
plan it.
point.
We'll plan it
Stay
We'll plan it
tuned,
out.
everybody, for an NHL 20 tournament between 2 people. Should be fun.
we're gonna put it up on our YouTube. It's just the Clapper Report, I think, on our YouTube. I don't know. It's linked in our Instagram bio.
On our link tree,
On our link tree.
which
Our
I didn't even
Linktree is
know was a
pretty
thing.
cool.
Linktree is pretty cool.
You see it? It has all different colors now. It has, like,
Sponsored
links.
by Linktree.
Start plugging fake sponsors in.
So speaking of plugs, I want to talk about the Flames series with Matthew Tkachuk.
I guess
No,
that was
he's
a good
not a plug.
segue.
That was a good segue, yeah.
All right, I think that's pretty good. I like that.
So honestly, I don't remember exactly what I said with when we were doing the breakdown of the bracket, but the Flames versus the Jets, I thought the Jets would win. I know that. I think I said 5 games. I just want to say though, I thought it would be with Mark Scheifele and Patrick Laine, two very important offensive players for the Jets.
Yeah.
And they both got injured in the first game. Mark Scheifele got injured in like the first 4 minutes. I don't know if you guys saw the hit. You saw the hit, right?
Yeah, where it kind of like hit him like.
What did you think of it? So it's a hot. It was a hot debate.
It was. A lot of people, they were saying it was a dirty hit.
Yeah. I mean, we all know Matthew Tkachuk's reputation in the league. He's a dirty player sometimes.
Sometimes, but I feel like he's not. I feel like it's a playoff game. The intensity's up.
Yeah.
You obviously want to finish all your checks wherever you can. You want to finish all your hits.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like he was just trying to make a play against the boards. It was an awkward angle, and it could have been prevented for sure. But in the heat of the moment, you're on the ice. You know, qualifying rounds. You haven't played hockey in months. I feel like people just need to come a little bit of a break.
Well, I mean, that's my thing. And at first when I saw it, and I saw Tkachuk go into the boards with Scheifele, and I go, well, one, I was thinking Tkachuk sucks. He's an asshole. Great player, and he seems like an actual great guy off the ice, but he's an asshole when he plays.
Yeah, I know.
You know, usually it's actually funny. Usually the assholes on the ice are actually some of the best people. You know what I mean? It's like they get all their aggression out on the ice. So this doesn't have to do with his character or anything. But that's the way he plays. He plays a gritty game, a dirty game sometimes. That's fine, whatever. So you see Tkachuk going to the board to Scheifele, who is arguably Winnipeg's best offensive player, goes into the boards, and you see Scheifele, man, writhing in pain.
Yeah,
that was not faking it. That was OD. That was holy shit.
Yeah, that was bad. It was hard to watch, especially.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching it live, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I missed the game. I was watching the clip of it, and I was like, no, what happened? And even when you see the hit too, I think it was his skate, right? That must have hit the back of his leg.
Yeah, I don't think they fully disclosed it even still.
Yeah, all injuries are just saying unfit to play right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't even really know what it is. But when it does come out, I'm definitely interested to hear what that is. But you even watching the clip, you see him awkwardly go into the boards, maybe something to do with that.
But it didn't look malicious at all.
No.
And I think that you really have to have Homer goggles on to think that it was malicious, which is exactly what Paul Maurice, the Winnipeg coach, was saying after the game. And I get it. You gotta get your players into it. You gotta get them in the game and say, hey, this guy took down one of our top players, one of our favorite players. He took him down intentionally. Yeah. He wanted to see us suffer. Try and rile up the fans, rile up the players. But it wasn't intentional.
No, it for sure wasn't. But Twitter blew up that night.
Twitter did.
Watching Twitter and watching everybody just attack him, it kind of just felt unfair. But then again, I understand.
I mean, Tkachuk even went up to him afterwards.
Yeah.
As he was getting taken off, escorted off the ice.
Yeah, I saw that.
Tkachuk and Scheifele are friends. And that's what when I was listening to the post game. I think or one of the intermission post game, whatever. They were talking about how Tkachuk and Scheifele trained together in the offseason.
Yeah.
They play together. They're friends. So why that'd be me intentionally tearing your Achilles heel. Why would I do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
For what?
I know. So
back to the actual series.
Yeah, back to the series. It was quick.
It was quick because they didn't have Scheifele or Laine, and those are two of their best players. Their defense shriveled up. Hellebuck didn't play to the best of his abilities. And Flames got the edge. If it weren't for that game one, I say that the Jets would have taken the series.
Yeah. No, it definitely would have been a totally different story.
I don't know. Honestly, it just gets me tight because that would have been my favorite series, I think, besides Carolina and the Rangers. But yeah, that got me really tight.
Oh yeah, that was a rough one to watch. Who do we have?
So we have, I believe, 3 more left to talk about. I guess 4 more. I'm gonna be real though. I guess the first one that we'll talk about out of them, I don't know much about. I honestly haven't watched any of the games of it. I'll be real. Honest guy right here. Montreal beating the Penguins.
Yeah, I didn't see much of it. I'm happy.
Oh,
I'm glad the Penguins are getting swamped again.
Yeah,
it's fun to watch.
Bro, they got kicked out.
Yeah, no, it is, and to couple what you just said though, it is hard to watch these games with the schedule. Half the games being during the day, and I'm working all day.
Yeah, because we both work during the day.
It is impossible to catch up on these games.
And
so
then,
watching highlights and just reading up on games on the Athletic after the fact.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so for, I guess both of us, it's they have 3-4 games during the workday, and then 2 games at mad late at night.
Yeah,
and
mad
it's
late at night. Like Vancouver tonight.
oh, don't even talk to me about it. I gotta get like a cold brew or something.
Yeah,
at
you
like
gotta
9
figure. You
o'clock.
gotta
I gotta
figure
go to
it out.
7-Eleven or something.
You have to figure that one out.
Because I don't know how I'm gonna stay up till like 1 in the morning. That's the worst thing about being a Canucks fan.
Yeah, even in the regular season or
Yeah,
whatever,
man. In the regular
screwed.
season, I'll watch like half the games,
Yeah.
and then I'll watch like highlights of the other half. But
Yeah.
anyway, Montreal and the Penguins. Not much to say. Honestly, they were close games.
Yeah.
I did
Could've
watch
gone
a little bit
either
of the
way.
first game, I think, but yeah, because the first game was in overtime. Yeah, I was watching it. I think it was Jeff Petrie that scored the game winner. I didn't expect it,
I don't
but
think a
also
lot
I'm
of
not
people did.
surprised.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that
I think the Penguins are extremely overrated now. Crosby and Malkin are obviously two amazing players still, but Matt Murray's an overrated goaltender. I will stick to that till the day I die. He's not that great of a goaltender like everybody's talking about him being. Honestly, that's all I gotta say about it.
Yeah, I don't have much to add. I'm just glad to see Sidney Crosby off the ice, kicked out of the bubble. Also, I was actually reading about the bubble too. Like a lot of these guys, like they have like a whole routine to kick these guys out. Like, so I was reading again. On
Yeah,
The
because
Athletic.
I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, no. So today they were like, a lot of these, like they have like a whole routine. Like they have to like, it's not like you just lose the game. You go back to your room, grab your bags, and like leave like a normal game. Like some of these guys, especially the night games, like they have to spend the night there. Then they have to watch all their entire team has to leave at once. So everything that they bring, they have to break everything down and bring it all with them all at one time. It's not like just a team going to the airport to fly out of there.
Yeah.
And everybody else figures it out and gets out. Like these guys are like the Penguins. I think their last game was a night game if I'm not mistaken, right? Or no, it just happened.
Yeah,
it was
it happened
in
like
the
2 hours ago.
afternoon,
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's too late or not, but they may have to stay the entire day here. Oh, or in the bubble still.
That
I don't know.
sucks.
There was a lot of different intricate, like weird things about it. I remember reading it was
Probably a
pretty
lot
funny.
of technicalities and stuff.
Yeah, like a lot of technicalities, like a lot of like everybody has to stay together. They just want to make sure it's safe.
Yeah.
Not people coming in and out to grab things. Like it's all
No,
like one
definitely.
swift motion of getting everybody the fuck out.
I mean, that's like again a shout out to The Athletic. Subscribe to The Athletic.
Yeah, I'm honestly happy with that subscription.
Yeah, you need to pay for it, but subscribe to them. They're great. We'll get a promo code one day. But
Imagine.
But yeah, so it's like you get those crazy articles like that. Like I didn't even see that one. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's so much content. on
No,
there.
there's so much content, so many different things that you can just read about, and you're like, you don't really think
And
about
it's like
most
team
of them.
specific too. There's a lot. There's like
Yeah, they have a lot of
Canucks,
writers
Mad
for the
Islanders.
teams.
Because I'm only subscribed to NHL and the Canucks and Islanders on there.
Yeah, same.
But yeah. So I don't know. So that's our plug for The Athletic.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of a segue for the next series, but I guess we can go to Toronto and Columbus.
Yeah, Columbus. I think
What a wild team Columbus is.
is that game tonight?
Yeah, it's on right now. It actually just started, I believe. Let me look.
Yeah.
And Columbus already scored.
Really? right,
Less
so
than
yeah.
less than 5 minutes in, Columbus already scored. At least right now, Columbus is leading 2-1. So this is an elimination game for Toronto.
Good.
This is an anti-Leafs podcast.
Yeah, there's a lot of fans.
We have a
that
lot
are
of
gonna hate us.
animosity.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of angry people at us. But
That's
no,
all right.
I mean
I don't got beef with the fan. No, I got beef with the fans. I'm just kidding. But
I got beef with the fans, the players, the
Tavares.
team in general.
Whoa.
Who said his name?
Who?
Has he done anything this series?
I don't even care about him, man. He is not.
Like,
But like it's crazy though. Again, I mean, Columbus is this team that doesn't really go too far, but yet they upset Tampa 4-0 last year. They swept Tampa, who had the best regular season record in like 30 years or something, and they murdered them.
Yeah.
And now here they are.
and now here they are yet
2-0.
again.
Yeah, John Tavares scored last game.
Yeah, last game. I just saw that now.
Or the game before that, whatever. But yeah, man, I don't know. Also, something that's really funny is how Tortorella, who we all know and love as one of the craziest coaches in the league.
I know.
That's a flashback to the 2014 season with the Flames and Canucks. The line brawl to start the first period, and then John Tortorella goes in the Flames locker room trying to fight the Flames coach. Bro, that was insane. But anyway, so he starts screaming at Pierre-Luc Dubois on the bench in game 2 it was. He was just like, they were yelling back and forth, and then Dubois got back into it with him. He was like, I'm not taking your shit, just started yelling back at him. And it's like, holy shit, you go back at Tortorella, yo, your head belongs on a stake, man. I don't know. I would not be caught dead doing that, right?
Yeah.
But so next game, or last game, I guess, game 3, fucking Dubois scores a hat trick. Like, so he starts screaming back at his coach, who screams at everybody and says, "Fuck you, I'm gonna score a hat trick." That is such tenacity. I think that just shows.
Flex that you need.
That's a flex. That just shows the flex of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
They got
big balls.
That's the guy that you needed on your team.
Big cannonballs. The Blue Jackets
blowing
have.
out the cannonballs. I hate that noise.
You hate it?
I hate it. Well, because I only watch them when they're playing the Islanders, so it's like I
catch them when they're playing like Chicago or something, or the Penguins. Catch them when they're playing the Penguins, bro.
Then
You
I'll
will
like
learn
that
to
game.
love it.
I will love that game.
Love it.
I will love that.
Dude,
then.
it is so sick hearing that. Boom. And they also just tweeted recently where it was like, they were a fan mentioned them and they were like, "Oh yeah, you guys should have brought the cannon into the bubble." And they were like, "Imagine sneaking the cannon through customs." And I thought that was pretty weak. I thought that was pretty weak.
That is a funny one.
Like, having a good social media presence is pretty fucking fire. But their mascot still sucks. So, but anyway, they are beating Toronto right now 1-0.
I hope they pull it out tonight.
I really hope they do. Columbus, I'm rooting for you. Yeah, take down the Giants in the Maple Leafs, because as much as I like Austin Matthews, everybody else sucks. Oh, wait, speaking of Austin Matthews, last thing we'll touch on with the Maple Leafs. So you know how he had COVID, right?
Yeah.
And you know how like it got leaked without his information? Did you see how he came back at the reporter? The reporter asked him a question about the game that they lost in or something in game 1. And he was like, because the guy's name is Steve Simmons, he goes, "Well, Steve, I don't really appreciate you asking me a question about after what you did." Oh. And then he just kind of brushed him off and just like threw him under the rug. And I was like, yo, I stan this guy.
That is
Austin Matthews. I would dap him up if I could. You know?
I don't want to.
I would dap him up.
Just.
You know?
I don't know. I can't say that. I genuinely don't like that entire team just because of the one player.
Really?
Yeah.
Austin 100%. Matthews is probably the only player, and Tyson Barrie, because Tyson Barrie just got traded there, so whatever.
No, I'm just glad. Let's hope they finish it tonight.
I agree with that.
Let's hope it goes. Who else we got?
So we have 2 series left: Edmonton and Chicago, and Vancouver, Minnesota.
So I guess we'll do Vancouver last.
Yeah,
we'll save them for last. That's your fave, so we'll do that.
Get me hyped.
Edmonton, Chicago. When is that game?
It's on
right now too.
It's on right now. 2-2. Edmonton was just winning about 5 minutes ago.
Chicago.
My friend Martin. Shout out to Martin. He took some dope pictures of me.
He shows us a lot of love too, right?
Yeah, Martin's great.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
He has a good Instagram account. Should I plug that?
Yeah.
Should I plug that? Hold on.
Let's do it.
So his Instagram is shot.by.martin. He takes some good pictures. I'm on there.
He's supporting us heavy too.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a Rangers fan, but he's probably the only good Rangers fan out there.
You know what? I think I genuinely like a Ranger fan for once.
Yeah, he wants to shoot with us at some point, so we got to get that going.
Oh, I'm down.
But so yeah, Martin actually had texted me like after the first game, because the first game ended like Chicago 6, Edmonton 4, I believe.
Yeah.
And bro, he goes, "You called it like immediately. This series has no goaltending." Corey Crawford, Mikko Koskinen, these 2 goaltenders are not fit to play a playoff series. Corey Crawford used to be, but all his injuries, his age, they're catching up to him. This is a high-scoring series. It's between McDavid and Draisaitl and the Blackhawks.
Yeah, it's just shot after shot after
shot. McDavid and Draisaitl versus the Blackhawks. That includes Kane, Taves, Keith, Schmaltz, DeBrincat, all these guys. Oilers are no match. They're gonna win tonight. Game 4, it's gonna be 3-1 Blackhawks.
3-1.
Or I guess a series. I mean,
series. I was gonna say I think it's 2-2 already. I'm like,
the game I'm gonna say is gonna be 5-3.
5-3.
It's gonna be 4-3. Then Chicago's gonna get an empty net. Quote me on it.
All right, we're gonna.
I could be kind of tipsy, but that's what I'm saying.
We're gonna take a note of that, and we're gonna touch base on that next week. All right. So last but not least, your team, Vancouver, Minnesota.
So can I just say, first game I was so defeated I wanted to cry. Because I stayed up really late. I had off the day after, and it was Sunday night at 10:45 or 10:30. Stayed up till 1:10 to watch it. to watch them get smacked. I felt very sad. Game 2 comes Tuesday night. They beat the Wild in a 4-3 game. It was 4-1 up until a minute left in the game, and Minnesota scored 2 goals within a minute.
Started sweating a little.
I started hyperventilating. Almost had to go to the hospital for a panic attack. But
I know. I was telling all my friends and everything today. Like I was like, yo, the Islanders, like they have to win this game. My heart cannot handle.
Yeah.
My heart cannot handle Game 5.
Yeah.
But
so that was then yesterday for me. It was 1-1 yesterday. I say yesterday as in Thursday, so Game 3. And that was during the day. So they started while I was at work. 2:45 p.m. The game started. And as soon as I get in my car at 4 o'clock, I put on the NHL app. I listen live. About a minute later, as I'm getting on the service road of the expressway, I hear, and Brock Besser scores on the power play. And I'm like, oh my God, game's over. And I say game's over because Minnesota, again, like we were talking about in the first episode, they play that defensive style game. You know, where if they score first, game's over. Yeah. They plug that middle. They don't let you get any chances. And if you're not the most skilled team in the world, you know, they plug that middle of the ice, which is what happened the first game. So for the Canucks to score first, then they just kept piling them on. You know, it was 3-0 at the end of it. Hughes played amazing. Besser played amazing. Pettersson played amazing. You know, and I think that this series just goes to show that the young guys in the league, hockey's a young guy sport now. And I think that Vancouver, Minnesota is super telling of that. Because it's not Vancouver's expensive veteran fourth line that they have paid millions of dollars for that's winning the games. I mean, even though Brandon Sutter had a good Game 3, it's the Pettersson, the Hughes, the Besser, the Horvat, the Pearson. Guys. It's the younger guys, you know, and Miller. I left out Miller. Screw me. You know, it's like it's a young guys game, and that veteran leadership of like Eric Staal, Mikko Koivu, Zach Parise, Ryan Suter on the Wild is no match.
Yeah, they're not keeping up.
If Canucks score first tonight at 10:45, so in about 2 hours, series is over.
Jeez,
it's over. 3-1. I know it's late. I gotta watch it. I gotta get a cold brew, like
crazy.
I said.
I can't believe. Like, I get it. It has to happen, but like 10:45.
I know. That's why I was so shocked about yesterday when they were playing at 2:30 p.m.
That's a blessing.
Oh, I was so excited because I got to watch it in my living room. I got to scream when they fucking scored. I was bugging out.
Yeah. Bugging out, no option.
Bugging out, no option. Again, shout out.
But yeah, no, I definitely want to try and watch this game too. 10:45 though.
You definitely got a Red Bull to watch like the first period. At least watch the first period.
Yeah,
it should be a good game.
It's whoever scores first, I guess, right?
That's the way that I see it. Yeah, I mean Markstrom's played really well. Alex Stalock played well the first game, but he only played well because the Canucks were only shooting from the blue line. In order to win against the Wild, you need to shoot from inside. You need to shoot inside of the crease, inside the slot. Anywhere below the hash marks, and you'll score against the Wild. You know, you just need to keep it there, get past their defense clogging the middle, and you're good. They also have a lot of injuries, the Canucks, already.
Yeah.
They have like 4 injuries.
4.
Yeah, you know the guy that fought the first game? Michael Furlan? Yeah, he got out the second game. He didn't play. Second and third game. He got sent back to his hometown.
He's
gone. Yeah. Concussion history got the best of him. I think he messed up his head again. The guy's probably going to win LITR, which sucks a lot because I was really hyped after seeing him play the first game. He played really well.
Yeah, especially if it's like a game like that, willing to get into a fight.
Yeah, but, you know, I mean, it is what it is. So, we didn't talk about the Western Conference round robin.
Did we not?
I just realized that right now because, honestly, I haven't watched a single game of it.
Yeah, me either. So I guess we'll just look at the standings for it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, Colorado, number 1, along with Vegas. They're both tied right now, Colorado and Vegas.
They had to face off soon, right? Tonight.
Is it tonight?
August 8th. What's today? Today 7th.
So they're playing
tomorrow. So that's gonna be a fun one.
That should be fun.
You know, that's first place right there.
Yeah, and St. Louis and Dallas both 0-2. I mean, Dallas is number 2 like we expected. I did expect St. Louis to be number 1, I think it was, but
yeah, that's kind of crazy to see.
I just hate Vegas, man. I hope they lose. I can't stand them, bro. I can't stand them.
Who have they been going with in net?
They've been going with Fleury, I believe, right?
Fleury?
No, Lehner.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
I want to see this real quick.
Am I bugging? I might be. Bitch, I might be.
Yeah, they went with Lehner. Oh, let's go. I want him to win. I'm not going to lie.
Don't say that.
I will follow Vegas as long as Lehner's in net. I want them to win as long as he's in net. He went off, too.
Listen, man.
Let's go. Let's go, Lehner. Shout out to you, bud.
Vegas sucks poo. Again, I'll go on the record saying that. Anyway, so I guess that's the round robin.
No, that's the round robin. That's this week's qualifiers.
I
guess we'll.
Do you want to talk about the awards real quick?
Yeah. No, let's do it.
Okay, so I pulled them.
Oh, you got them up. Let's go.
Yeah, Jamie with the stats. So you're aware of what each award. I mean, it says it anyway right here. So Ted Lindsey Award, which is to the NHL's outstanding player. Well, first of all, I wanted to do this I wanted to do it for an episode, but I completely forgotten to write it down in the doc. So I just thought about it literally while I was in the shower like 2 hours ago. So I guess Ted Lindsey Award is the most outstanding player selected by the members of the NHLPA. The finalists are Leon Draisaitl of the Oilers, Nathan MacKinnon, Avalanche, and then Artemi Panarin, the Rangers.
I keep hearing everybody say Panarin. Maybe it's because we live in New York, and that's all
I
we
think
see.
It's that, and because he carried the Rangers.
Yeah,
he carried them.
As soon as he got there,
was carrying the Rangers. Now he's carrying the Rangers.
As soon as he got there, he made an
Yeah.
impact. So I honestly, unfortunately, think it will be Panarin, even though we got snubbed of getting him. I wish. Imagine Panarin. It's fine. I'm over it.
I mean, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Nathan MacKinnon because he carried the Avalanche team in points. I mean, he had, I believe, 93 points or something like that. While the next person was Cale Makar with like 50 points.
Wow.
He carried them just as much as the Rangers were carried by Panarin.
All right.
Definitely think.
So you think it's between the two? Draisaitl's out.
Well, we'll get to Draisaitl in a minute because I think he'll win another award.
Okay.
I think he'll win another award.
Calder.
The Calder.
Quinn Hughes, baby.
Most outstanding rookie player. Quinn Hughes from the Canucks, Cale Makar from the Avalanche, and Dominic Kubliak from the Blackhawks. Quinn Hughes. Hands down, I think Quinn Hughes and Cale Makar are neck and neck for me. The reason why I say Quinn Hughes, and as much as I hate how much of a dumb answer this could sound like, Quinn Hughes plays on a... Let me rephrase that. Cale Makar plays on a better team than Quinn Hughes does.
Yeah.
Colorado is better than Vancouver, and I will admit that. Quinn Hughes is the most dynamic player out of the three. I mean, you know, Cale Makar does play pretty safe. He plays a solid game. I love Cale Makar. Or Cale Makar. But Quinn Hughes is the better one.
Okay.
Especially because he's a year younger. He's only 20. Cale Makar is 21. I don't know. And Kubliak, yeah, I mean, he had a great season. He was on pace for 30 goals. He's also like 24, turning 25. So I mean, like, it's kind of like when Panarin won the Calder. I don't really
count that.
No, I whatever. But so Jack Adams Award for the best coach, Bruce Cassidy for the Bruins, John Tortorella for the Blue Jackets, and Alain Vigneault for the Flyers. I'm gonna go with Alain Vigneault.
Yeah, especially if he pulls out,
wins the first seed in the round robin.
I mean, they look like they're gonna make a run.
Yeah, I mean, the Bruins for me, I mean, they just have a great team all around. John Tortorella the Blue Jackets, coached by John Tortorella, were carried by goaltending.
Yeah.
Nobody expected Korpisalo and Merzlankins to be as good as they were. If they weren't that good, they wouldn't have gone as far.
Yeah.
I'd say Alain Vigneault. The Bill Masterson. So this one actually, no, it's not this one. I'm sorry. This one's an easy pick too. This is the best player to exemplify perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to hockey. It's between Stephen Johns from the Stars, Oscar Lindblom of the Flyers, and Bobby Ryan Senators. I go with Oscar Lindblom. I mean, the guy just beat like leukemia. You
gotta give it to him at this point.
I'm sorry. I mean, Stephen Johns and Bobby Ryan, they're both great players, both great people, they seem like, but it
doesn't add up.
It's gonna go to Oscar Lindblom. This one right here, I mean, we're on a website. It's a San Jose blog, fearthefin.com. So it's just giving it has the rankings of the people, or I guess the nominees. And then it has a little blurb about who they think will win it. And I really agree with this one. I think it's really funny, so I'm going to quote it in a second. But so this is awarded to the player who exhibits outstanding sportsmanship and gentlemanly conduct combined with a high standard of playing ability. So the best players that also are good people.
Yeah.
So this is between McKinnon of the Avalanche, Austin Matthews of the Maple Leafs, and Ryan O'Reilly of the Blues. So I'm going to quote this article right here. I quote, "The league really isn't going to be giving an award for gentlemanly conduct to the guy who sexually harassed a security guard or the guy who drove his truck into a Tim Hortons, are they? They must realize that's too on the nose, right?" Right? End quote.
That's perfect.
So he's referencing Austin Matthews being extremely drunk one night and basically like catcalling a server or a bartender or something. And then Ryan O'Reilly, who drove drunk into a Tim Hortons coffee establishment.
Pretty one-sided here, I think.
So I'm going to go Nathan McKinnon for that one.
So that's the one that you thought.
Yeah, that's the one I thought. The Vezina is awarded to the best goaltender, Connor Hellebuck from the Jets, Rask from the Bruins, and Vasilevsky from the Lightning. I think Tuukka and Vasilevsky just playing great teams.
Yeah.
I think Hellebuck carried the Jets to the qualifiers. So I'm going to go with Hellebuck. You think it's fair? Or
I think that's fair. I think that's fair, or maybe even Tuukka. It's hard with these awards. I feel like I feel
like goaltending especially.
Goaltending. There's a lot involved, especially team wise. Like,
because I feel like it's hard to differentiate between a good team structure and good positioning of a goaltender.
But even at that point, like you still got to give it to the guy. Stat wise too.
I don't know. I don't have their stats. I don't know their stats.
Me either. But I don't know. I guess I'll go with you. Tuukka, maybe. I'm not really too.
One of the two. One of the two. Cut.
I don't even really know where to cut it. On those two guys.
You need to cut it. Anyway, so the
okay.
So the Selkie Award as the best forward who excels in defensive aspects of the game. This is probably my biggest beef of a trophy. This is an old man's club, this trophy. They pick the same people every year. Every year it's O'Reilly and Bergeron and somebody else. This year they threw in Couturier from the Flyers. I think they should go with Couturier because Bergeron's won it too many times. O'Reilly's been nominated too many times and he's won it. Give it to Couturier. I don't.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, what are you going to rename it? This is quoting, I think. Yeah, they're not going to rename it to Bergeron. Yeah, I literally read it right before I came here. The Norris. So this one I got beef with actually. This best defenseman, all around. So I want to put an emphasis on all around. The finalists are John Carlson from the Caps, Hedman from the Lightning, and Roman Josi from the Predators. I think it should be Josi. I think he plays a perfect all-around style. Perfect defenseman to me. I would kill for him on my team.
I mean, he's a scary guy to
Same
play
with
against.
him. He's won it before. I believe he's won it before. Or he's been nominated a few times. John Carlson. I'm sorry, that man is such a defensive liability.
No.
He pinches way too much just to sacrifice putting up points. And granted, you need goals to win games. But you're a defenseman, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You shouldn't be pinching every time.
Yeah. Especially for a defenseman award.
Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't have it shouldn't go to the person with the most amount of points. And I was actually just looking at this page on Instagram. I don't know if I should out them right now. But he ranked John Carlson number 18 best player in the league. And I just think that's such bullshit. He is one of the most overrated players right now. He's a great player. Number 18 in the league.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry. I could think of 50 better. No. but I'm sorry. 18 is way too high for him.
Agreed.
So you would say Hedman for the Norris?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Hedman.
Yeah.
He's a scary guy to play against.
I think it should be between Hedman and Josi. The Hart Memorial. This one goes to the player most valuable to his team. Leon Draisaitl, Nathan McKinnon, and Artemi Panarin. We just mentioned the three of them.
Well, Draisaitl, he's not the best. Like, you're on a team. Come on.
See, this is the award I would give to him.
Why? He's not the most valuable to his team. You literally have the second coming of Jesus on your team, and you're going to say that Draisaitl's the...
Pretty sure Draisaitl had more points than McDavid. But he's also had 100 points each of the last two seasons. And one of the games only had, or one of the season's only had like 68 games or something. You know, I mean,
Yeah, they cut it short, but
Draisaitl, I think Draisaitl should win it.
really.
I do.
All right. Well, I
I would
mean,
give it to
if I had to
Draisaitl.
go, I guess. I mean, looking at the
I mean,
three
you
of
could
them, looking
also
at the
go
three of them,
Panarin, and you could go McKinnon. This is probably the tightest contested, but I would probably go Draisaitl.
yeah. You know what? Now looking at the other names too, Panarin would be the only one that I would put close to him. But then again, like Panarin, Draisaitl probably. But I also don't want to give it to him because he's playing with Connor, so it's like he's not the most valuable to the team. I guess realistically it could be Panarin. I think he should take it.
Think so?
Yeah. Unfortunately,
That's fair.
pains to say.
I mean, because if we're in for Panarin, would the Rangers be anywhere close to where they were?
No, nowhere near. So I honestly think it's going to go to him. Or it should go to him, rather. I don't know how these awards are really picked.
That's fair. I mean, but I also think it's kind of like the Grammys and the Oscars. It's like an old boys club, you know?
Yeah.
They're
They
just picking the
pick
most
who-
likable person.
Yeah.
So they'll probably pick McKinnon for that just because he's like North American. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That bias shows because Panarin's Russian, Draisaitl's German. They'll probably pick McKinnon, but
We'll have to wait and see.
that's besides
When
the
did
point.
they do the award show?
That's a really good question. They postponed it
They did.
until let me see right now. Let me trust the all-powerful Google. When is it? What? So it's not. I'm not getting. Oh. Hold on.
Oh man,
Hold up.
almost there. Searching.
Oh, it says finalists. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Well-
oh.
Found it?
Nope. I
Well,
thought I did.
I
All
guess-
right. Well, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure
whenever
that
it
out. We'll talk
comes.
about it. Come to it, and I guess we'll have our reactions after the fact.
Yeah.
Especially with these picks.
So I guarantee there's gonna be a hot take.
Oh,
Or I guess a lukewarm take. But
okay. Well, there's definitely going to be talk. There's definitely going to be some talk. There's going to be some
there's
takes
always
about
time
it.
for us to talk.
There's always going to be some type of topic, especially when it comes to these awards. You never know. Anywhere, sports, entertainment, they're all terrible. I hate them.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I hate them. Hate them. No, so that's another inside one. But I guess that about does it for today. I
Yeah.
don't know. Today. I guess we'll talk next week, next Saturday. We're gonna post these on Saturdays, I think. Saturday mornings.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
So
Make sure to follow us on the Twitter because our Twitter hasn't got much love.
no, we
haven't
really,
done anything on Twitter, but it's at Clapper Report.
we haven't really posted yet.
Yeah, we posted I think just the episodes last week on there.
Yeah.
And then our Instagram, which we're much more active on,
Yeah.
at the Clapper Report. So TheClapperReport.
I think it's more fun to post on Instagram.
I
You know?
love Instagram so much more than Twitter.
I've been having so much fun with it ever since we started this too.
Yeah,
Like I'm having fun posting and interacting and talking with people. It's actually really
Yeah.
fun to see. So I'm loving it way much better than, Twitter.
no, I agree. I definitely like Instagram a lot better. I mean, that's just preference. I took like a 5-year break from Twitter. Damn, first period's over. Columbus is still winning.
Columbus.
And second period of the Edmonton-Chicago game, they're tied.
Oh wow! All right, so we'll touch base on the rest of that. Next week.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the next matchups because I know we'll already be underway probably by then. So
yeah, and we eventually plan on, or maybe soon, making mini episodes for the Canucks and for
Yeah.
the Islanders, 2 separate episodes, or maybe one together. It doesn't.
yeah, we'll do
you
like a
know,
quick little one.
We'll do that.
And we'll probably drop that probably before or maybe even the same day. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
fuck it.
We're just gonna have fun with it. We're gonna drop whenever. Make sure to follow our Instagram and Twitter to figure out when we're gonna be dropping these type of stuff.
Yeah.
And even before we were talking about doing some extra YouTube videos, so make sure to follow us on YouTube as well or subscribe. The
Yeah.
Clapper Report. It's all in our link trees and everything like that, so you can find it anywhere.
We are the best podcast now, I think.
The best.
Yeah,
I think we're up there.
3 episodes in, I think
3
we're
episodes.
probably higher than John Carlson would be in the top players. I think. Yeah,
All right.
I think that about does it.
All right. Well, see you guys next week.
All right, y'all. Peace.